this is Megan here with process video number 18, and today I'm doing an 8.5 by 11 layout, and I'm going to be using pinks and yellows. So I've picked out all of my scraps and things left from this kit that are pink and yellow, and I have this picture of my niece jumping on her trampoline. So I have a leftover piece that I cut out from another sheet, this circle, and I'm going to try to use up that whole thing, but I end up deciding that I'm only going to put it in 2 spots on this layout. So I do it up in this corner, just trim off the excess, then I put another piece of it down here. And I think about putting that last piece on down here in the corner, but I decide not to. I think 2 is enough. And now I'm going to choose one of the papers to mat the photo on. It's this white with little pink flowers all over it. And it's been a while since I did this layout, so I don't really remember what's going to happen next. Sorry. Oh, here's where I try to see if I want to stick that on there, but I don't like it, so I end up cutting the flowers out of it, I do believe. Now I'm looking for some layers to put behind the photo. I'm using this yellow glitter paper, which tape does not stick to, so I'm using my glue to put that on. And I like the way that looks. And then I have this pink with white polka dots on it that I'm going to put in the back at some point as well. Oh, I guess I end up trying to go all the way around the photo with this yellow paper. So I'm just going to line it up so it is even with the piece I've already glued on. And because I am using glue on that glitter paper, I have to let it dry before I can cut it. So I'm going to go ahead and trim around these flowers that I want to use as embellishments later on. And I think by the time I'm done with that, my glue is dry enough that I can cut around. And I try to see if that one, I know it's not going to be big enough to go around the other part of the picture, and I don't have another piece, so I just leave it like that and start layering up some other colors behind. I really like the little white stripe that is on this paper, but I want to use those flowers as embellishments as well. So I'm just cutting the pink paper that has the white strip on it and using that to go around the back side where the glitter paper didn't go. Now, one day my son went over to my sister's house, and she and Kevin, or my niece and Kevin, were jumping on the trampoline. My sister snapped a bunch of pics of them, and these were some tricks that they were doing. And so I'm scrapping these pictures today. I have another one of my son jumping on the trampoline that I think I'm going to work on next. So I want to make a border with these white flowers, and just to make it easier on myself, I'm only cutting around the bottom, so I don't have to cut all the way around each one. And it takes me a minute to get around all of them, but I really like the way it ends up looking. And I'm just going to test out to make sure I've got all of that I need cut off, and there's a little bit left on that side that needs to be trimmed. And then I'm going to tape that on. so that the flowers are about halfway showing underneath the photo mat. And now I'm going to start looking for some embellishments. I'm going to cut out this other flower and these little bubble looking things that are on there too, and cut into a little banner shape. And I'm going to start building up some strips here at the bottom to get some of those other bits and pieces left over that I can get used up. And trying to decide where exactly I want the photo, if I want it closer to the top or the bottom, and find some more layers to put in behind. So I really wish that there was some way I could have covered up or cut out that the red shed that's in the background of the picture, because it kind of clashes with everything on this layout, but I really didn't want to cut that much of the photo off, and I just thought it looked a little strange to try to cover it up because it's so close to where my niece is on the photo. So I ended up just leaving it, and it's okay, really. The pictures can't always perfectly match the papers, right? So I'm going to glue down some of the pink glitter paper now, and I didn't like where I got that the first time, so I moved it over a little bit, and I'm going to cut around some of these white flowers to use as embellishments while I'm waiting for the glue to dry. Like I said, I can't cut the paper right away because it doesn't stick to the photo mat. So I'm letting that dry for a minute, and now I'm cutting around that. And I really like the way that this looks. I've been doing this with a couple of layouts lately where the layers behind the photo are lined up all the way around the outside. So it basically looks like another photo mat but made up with different colors. And that's kind of what I did with this one as well. And now I'm building up those layers on the bottom with the strips of paper and things. And this is also going to be where I end up putting my title. So I've got some pinks and some yellows. I'm trying to pull in all of the same papers that I used as layers behind the photo to put in the strips down here at the bottom. And I know that I want to use these pink letters as part of the title. My title is going to be Trampoline Fun. And I didn't want to use up so many of the letters with the word trampoline. So right now what I'm doing is I went to my letter stickers and I'm looking through those real quick to find a second font or color that I can use to write trampoline, and then fun will be in these pink letters. And I looked through, I'm thinking about using the yellow ones that I have, but they were too bright yellow and they were small, so I end up finding these white ones, which is actually perfect because I have a little bit of white from the flowers that I'm using as embellishments, and there's not really any other white on the page, so this ties that color in a little bit more by using it for the title. And I'm spelling out trampoline. And when I get done with this word, I kind of realize that my second word, fun, is going to be kind of floating in the air a little bit, and I don't like it that way, so I end up putting a couple more strips of paper down here. Yeah, right here. Okay, I'm going to put this paper in behind so that the word fun has some place to sit, so it's not just floating around on the page. And then I'm going to put that down, and I put an exclamation point as well. which is nice because I don't often use the extras that are on the bottom of the page, like the question marks and exclamation points and things, so it was nice to get one of those used up. Now I'm going to tape down the photo, and I just have a few more embellishments to put on. I have gone through my word stickers and some other things and found a few that I really wanted to use on this layout. So I guess I'm just looking through some of my die cuts and things right now, but I end up finding, let's see, I'm sorry, I don't really know what I'm doing right now. Okay, here's where I'm looking through to find what I want to use for embellishments. And I end up using a couple of word stickers. I do not remember what they say right now, but there are some close-ups later on, so you'll be able to see what it says. And I found a yellow one and a pink one and one of these flag, they're like a cloth tag type of thing. And I don't really have a place where I can put it, so what I end up doing is grabbing another little strip of paper to use. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I wanted to use it up at the top, but I didn't want to put tape on the back of it, so I cut off a little strip of paper that I could use to tuck down in behind the photo. You don't even know that the paper's there really when I get done with it, but it gives it something to hook onto there on the side. And then I'm going to layer up some flowers around that. I think I used some foam adhesive, yep, on the back here to pop this one up. Now, I know it's been about a week, a little over a week since my last video, and I have been doing a little bit of scrapbooking, but man, it has been hot, and some days like up in the 90s, and if not that high, pretty close to it. And upstairs I have a small craft room upstairs, and it's just too hot in there. I can't do anything. I don't have air conditioning, and I can't really have a fan on in there because it'll blow my papers all over. So I've been scrapbooking downstairs, and I don't have a camera set up downstairs, so I've just been doing some little projects here and there, and hopefully now that the weather's starting to cool back off a little bit, not that I want summer to go away because I have absolutely loved the hot weather, but I'll be able to get back into my scrap room and hopefully get more videos done. I'm trying to do 2 a week is what my goal is. I want to get 2 videos done every week, and right now I'm only doing about 1 a week, so I just need to step it up a little bit. Now I've been putting those stickers on, layering the stickers up on the left-hand bottom of the corner of the photo, and here's the top cluster that says favorite things, and this one says beautiful everyday moments, and there's my title, Trampoline Fun. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.